Hey, it's Dave. Do you ever wonder why multiple sclerosis fatigue makes you feel exceptionally tired, even when you get a full 8 hours of sleep? RR asked me how many hours of sleep I normally get. I told him, on average, I get between 7 to 7.5 hours every night. But I know that's not the answer what he wanted to hear. He always told me he needs 8 hours of sleep. This is the second time trying to make this video. I have an entirely new perspective on the subject. So the first time I said this, I only got 6.5 hours before waking up early this morning. But I'm still smiling. I'll admit, I used to be obsessed with how many hours of sleep I got every night. But then, thanks to my Fitbit, I came to realize that the total number of hours is not really what really matters. It still is very important, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have much effect on MS fatigue. Once you start practicing my 5 essential elements of multiple sclerosis recovery, you'll see that you can't rely on just one element of recovery. The same goes for sleep. There are 3 kinds of scores. First is the amount of sleep you get, recorded by a sleep device like my Fitbit. That makes up half of the score. Then deep and REM sleep make up a quarter. But in my experience, for MS, it is far more important than just a quarter. This is when the effects that sleep has, it has a direct effect on myelin creation and when it's the strongest. But for some reason, I've always neglected to talk about the third score very much. Restoration. If you struggle with fatigue, controlling your life, pay attention. Let me ask you, do you sometimes wake up in the morning and take a deep breath? Then you think to yourself, wow, that was a good night. That's restoration. Back when multiple sclerosis ruled my life, I didn't have a Fitbit. So all I can do is imagine that it was probably pretty terrible. It was a direct consequence of what MS was doing to my brain. So reading what Fitbit has to say about restoration. They say it measures how peaceful or agitated you are during sleep by looking at your restlessness and sleeping heart rate. The strongest effect the resulting score has, I think, is on cognition. I found the biggest effect is with fatigue. The hard thing is that there's no quick fix. No single element makes changes needed to alter the outcome of restorative sleep. But listen, you can get to where I am now, one day at a time, even with one bad night every so often. And fatigue will be one thing that will be left in the past. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Until the next one.